smokes, guys. I thought we were not going to have any Meyer lemons this year. And we may still not. It may not be able to ripen them in time for like a freeze or something. Everybody's been complaining that no limes and no lemons have set fruit. So, wow. If I remember right, somewhere around December, I usually look for blooms and stuff on citrus. This is next year. It's like, I don't know. This is the Meyer lemon, or Meyer lemon, whatever you want to say. Just now fruiting, and it's almost, just like a little over 2 weeks till June. So my mineola tangelo decided to bloom again despite blooming earlier and setting fruit. Then either the Meyer lemon bloomed and didn't set fruit, because the blooms froze because we had like 2 hard freezes here this winter. But for whatever reason, it's blooming again. Never had that happen. This lemon tree, we got another pawpaw sucker. So hopefully we're going to get some grafting materials with these guys if I can cut the root, about 8 or so inches away from the sucker. And next year or whenever, when they're dormant, try to take them out and see if I can move them. That is not in a good place for that one. So in my little xeriscaping area, if you watch the video, I had a desert dream that came kind of rotten, and it looks like it's rotting more and more every day. I contacted the company, and they were either going to send me one Monday, which I said, just don't worry about. I'll end up possibly making another order, like, next month or whatever. And then they can just hopefully send me a new pad in better condition. Nobody has to be out shipping costs or anything. This is the best cassava that I've planted so far as the most healthy looking. It's under the mayhaw tree. I debated whether to do a wetlands on one video today and just plant some stuff. It would be kind of forced because I don't really have a lot of time today to do much as far as videos. So I may not have even done one had I not seen the lemon tree, just blooming out of nowhere, it seems. It's another cassava that's in the ground, and then there's one here that's kind of in, an area where it's not going to be very moist a lot, and it's kind of in the fullest sun here. So it's not looking as good as the other two, but this one isn't looking as good as the other one we just seen. The ones in containers look as good as that one back there, if not better. And I have one that I tried to kind of root in a raised bed and wasn't happy. It may have died. I pulled it out before it was 100% dead. It had a little bit of green on it. I kind of cut away the dead areas and planted it back in the ground, so it probably won't survive, but it's possible that it'll come back. Apple guava. We should have planted these a long time ago, but we're kind of glad we didn't, because I think the 7 of them want to take in a different direction. Put them in like semi-shade versus in the area of full sun. I mean, I'm hearing like multiple things. They need to do full sun to do well. And another one person told me they need like, a heavy shade because theirs in the sun struggled. Their fruits didn't want to develop. The plants kind of withered a bit, and you just had to, water them, and sometimes they just didn't get happy. So we'll try in shade, and if it doesn't work, we can always buy another group, in a couple years or whatever, and put them in the area where we were considering putting them in. The dwarf everbearing tree, mulberry tree. We have a couple seedlings here. What's interesting from what I've read is that mulberries are seedless unless there's a male nearby. And guess what? I've never really seen a male in the wild. Now, I haven't gone out and looked for male mulberries. Every mulberry I've noticed, I've seen fruit in the area. But I do have a Himalayan male or a seedling of a Himalayan, and it's possible that the majority of any like seedlings that pop up here are a cross between this Himalayan seedling and whatever, whether it's red, white, hybrid. So these could be, wouldn't it be interesting if you got the long Himalayan type fruits that were the quality of the dwarf everbearing as far as flavor and stuff, acidity and all that good stuff? And here's the other one here. And this was like directly under the tree. And I've pulled up, a dozen or so mulberries all around my yard, various areas. And yes, there have been mulberries that have come up before the male was ever planted. Maybe not to the extent. So I guarantee you some of these guys are being pollinated by the Himalayan seedling. But I've been giving a lot of them away, and I hope that by doing that, especially for people that have a lot of property, they can plant them out, and we can see maybe, in 10 years time what the quality and size of the fruit are, if they're females and stuff. So this might be an adventure that lasts a long time.